This from ESPN. They continued their series polling executives, coaches, scouts, ranking the different position groups. Today it's the quarterbacks, top 10 quarterbacks from ESPN. Mahomes 1, Burrow 2, Allen 3. They go Aaron Rodgers 4. You see Herbert, Hurts, Jackson. They go Stafford 10, Prescott 9. Honorable mention. The first one mentioned is Deshaun Watson. NFL quarterbacks coach, keeping him out of the top 10 feels wrong. He's too good, but putting him in the top 10 feels wrong based on the play last year, lack of play the last 2 seasons. NFC offensive coach, I saw improvement over the last 2 games, and I think he'll be fine in that system. He's still, to me, when he's right, a top 5 passer. He needs time on task. I'm going to err on the side of the executive scouts and coaches rather than Nick Wright as far as how close he is to being the Deshaun Watson that he was when he played with the Texans. And this sounds like they think he's going to be close to that, if not that.
Well, I'll be honest. The number 11 overall for me, that's that's probably the highest. I mean, and a lot of people have done these polls. Obviously, this is the time of year, the type of content that comes out, and it's probably the highest he's been. But I think, a lot of it is basically saying, okay, even if he is not 2020 Deshaun Watson, and that season was so ridiculously good, it doesn't mean that he's all of a sudden a quarterback that ranks in the 20s. Even if he plays a step below that, he's still a very, very good quarterback. I love the fact that, and I guess Elijah Moore is basically just, basically sleeping in his luggage, because wherever you see Deshaun Watson showing up to work out, Elijah Moore is in tow. Spending time with Amari Cooper as well. And it looks like he and Amari Cooper, there's becoming more of a relationship off the field as well as on the field, which a lot of people know, whether or not at the end of the day that, generally helps your relationship on the field. There's no way it's going to hurt your relationship on the field. And from what you can gather and what you talk to and what you hear from, players on the offense, they're all excited, and they understood what they went through last year. And even when Deshaun Watson came back, there was certainly going to be some clapping back from visiting teams. There was certainly going to be some clapping back a little bit from their own home fans. But, it's not for us to say whether or not, he has served his penance. But I think for Deshaun Watson and for the Cleveland Browns, I think they feel like, he's paid what he had to pay. Everyone views that he's going to come back. He's going to be effective. Coach Stefanski's going to alter the playbook a little bit more to things that suit what his strengths are, as far as shotgun, as far as getting him on the move a little bit more. So it's, for this ESPN ranking, I'm actually, kind of positive with it. But when you get to some of these guys, and again, yes, there was some improvement as the season went on, of course. But this is a guy that always had the skill. And again, the long layoff, sure, by all means, it was something that's going to raise some questions, but it wasn't like, it was a rotator cuff. It wasn't anything with his elbow. It was just the fact that, the first year he was off the field because it was a little bit of a cloudy situation. And then the second year, obviously, we all know what happened there. Look, he's still one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. And for anybody to view him differently than that right now, you're jumping the gun, basically, because you don't have the proof, and you can't take the proof off the 6 games last year, late in the season. A lot of it terrible weather. It's, I think you're maybe trying to plant a flag out there and hopefully, the old, I had it first type of thing.